what's up, Scott Balker here with Imagination Creation Film, and today it is Friday. It's Friday, the 22nd of September, 2023, and we're at 10,000 subs. Let's give myself a round of applause. No, let's literally give you. It's like there's more of us. Yeah, it's all of you. All of you are the stars of this channel, and I'm truly elated, and thus I used the word several times in my puppet rap. Words can't express how much I truly thank each and every one of you for just being a part of this and helping us get to where we're ever going with this thing. Who knows? As I've always been, I don't follow trends. I don't follow anything. I'm just me, and alter egos and puppets and a variety of other things. But I am, I don't do it. So me getting to 10K was definitely going to be a long journey, but I think it's a very good journey. King says, happy Friday. Happy Friday, King. Scott ready to drop some knowledge. I don't know about that. I might drop some knowledge off at the door. Clayton. Hello, Clayton. How are you? And thank you for being a channel member, for long-standing channel member. Looking forward to this live stream. Excellent. 10,000 subs. That is correct. Hello, hello, Johnny Brooks. How are you? And Elysium, happy Friday. And we have a different set again today because, it's Scott Balcom's live stream. I mean, you've got good audio, I hope. So there's that. I had to redo everything. I mean, I finished up the puppet wrap last night at 3-ish in the morning. And we shot it last night with all the puppets, which was extremely entertaining and fun. And I'll be honest, the whole thing was rushed. Everybody's been talking about the 10K coming up, and I just didn't see it happening very quickly, so I wasn't thinking about it. And then all of a sudden we were like 15 away, and I'm like, I need to do something. And so I dusted off the old keyboard there and did some rapping, and as they say. I tried to do kind of a little Compton, kind of Long Beach kind of rap, kind of little Snoop D-O-double-G style, but I'm exceptionally white, so it probably didn't come out well, but I tried. Clayton says, congrats on 10K. Thank you very much. Ali, happy 10K. Fire, applause, applause, applause. Gaming King says, Scott is the Mr. Beast of cinema. That would be awesome if true, it would indeed. So we have a special guest today. We have a special guest just because it just happened to line up, and why not? A special guest who has literally, he's been on here before many times on the channel, but he's been in my life since 8th grade, and he wrote the intro to this channel. He wrote the Gone in 60 Seconds remake. He rewrote that. He's a talented musician, a great friend, best man at my wedding. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bill Hertzing. Hi, Bill.
Hello.
All right, yep. So we have him here. He's just, he's just kind of hanging out. He's here for the weekend. We're going to burn some props and swim in the pool and, that kind of stuff.
Look at the balloons, 10K.
Oh, yep. And he brought a present, 10K. That was kind of funny. I did not expect that. And we have a puppy cam, which we will introduce his lovely wife. Oh, she's like, oh, hi. There's Angela. It's his lovely wife. And, of course, Rex on the floor. And that is the setup for today. I mean, literally, right here was a drum set on stilts. It was.
You had to put it on stilts.
Well, when you do puppets, you have to be the puppet has to be above you, and you can't lay on the ground and do it.
Any good BTS shots?
Not really.
Oh.
No, I took like one I asked Cynthia to take a few, but she was like, I was puppeting. Ollie says, was an awesome video. Kessler roll is forever on the top, though. Well, okay. I mean, it was a good one. It was a good.
A lot of work went into that.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time, and I didn't have a backlog of reviews to do when I was doing that one either. Camera center crosshair is showing on screen. Which one? On this one? Let's see, or is it this one? Oh, it's that one.
That one.
Okay, so that's the V-RAPTOR. I have to fix that. Well, it's not anymore. Not on the wide. I can see a crosshair on your A-cam. I'll get rid of it. I'll show you guys. Crosshair is a nice cinematic touch. I mean, I could put framing up there. But, I mean, we are in anamorphic. I mean, come on. This is... Look at those streaks, man. Light streaks. That's what I like about the...
That's good glass.
Yeah, that's really nice glass. That's... Oh, I'm shining it in the wrong one. That's me, the director there. And if y'all saw on the video, those were all shot with the Laowa. They were all shot on the Laowa, and I purposefully, on every shot, threw an exceptionally bright white light into the side of the lens. I wanted it to flare like crazy. I keep looking at the wrong camera, and I apologize. So that's why it had so much kind of flareables.
You had like a different light on every symbol on that drum set.
Yes, I did. It was all lit by Aputure, so it was most of the lights were the infinity bars. And that way, I mean, it just so happened with the awesome magnets on the side that I could stick them to like the drum stands, and I was sticking them to C stands, and just placing them everywhere. And then I had my favorite shot of all of them was, it was, which side was it looking? I guess it would be the snare shot where I'm looking back. Let's see, it would be, yeah, it was looking this direction, but I had up in the ceiling, I had the B7Cs up there just to get that nice oval bokeh. Ollie says, so Bill, tell us, emstasis? I think embarrassing. Yeah, embarrassing. Tell us an embarrassing story about Scott.
Back in junior high, yeah, I guess you were always. I think your lunch consisted of a pack of Reese's peanut butter cups and a can of Coke. That's why I always remember you.
It was the.
I was like, there's no way I could consume that every day.
It was the raspberry coconut donuts.
Oh, okay. So it is. I'm just like, how can this person consume this? He did.
I ran 100 miles an hour every day.
You were fast too. Well, you had to carry the drum and band and everything.
Oh God, the bass drum. What do you
You killed my phone.
Here, give it to me. Give it to me.
Give it here.
All you have to do is pull down.
I tried.
Pull down from the top. And turn
There it goes off.
it off. Scott does wear shorts. Thought you were joking about it the whole time.
It's Texas.
Yeah, I mean, I literally wear shorts every day. It's my thing. Even in the wintertime, I'm out there in shorts, unless the wind is blowing. Gregory, hello from Greece, and also thank you for being a longtime member. Happy 10K Friday. It is a happy 10K Friday, and I do have 10,000 M&Ms. It was...
See, I told you. He likes the sugary stuff.
Yeah. I had to do the math to find out exactly how many bags of M&Ms I had to buy.
And the total is?
So the total is 6.4 bags of the 38 ounces. There are exactly 41 pieces of regular M&Ms per ounce. Mm-hmm. So you do the ounce math to get to 10,000, and it's 6.5 bags of 38 ounce M&Ms. So the last shot, it didn't really do it justice. It was kind of funny. The last little little clip I posted on Facebook and Instagram in the fish tank, that was 10,000 M&Ms in a fish tank. It wasn't as impressive. We were going to do a big glass bowl, and we put one bag in it, and I'm like, that is not going to hold 10,000. So the only thing we had bigger was a 10-gallon fish tank. When we get to 100,000,
You got to figure something.
it's going to be epic.
I can't wait for a day you have to put it in your pool. You'll get
That
there.
sounds like the most Mr. Beast thing ever. I filled an entire swimming pool full of M&M's candies. We're going to find out how many subscribers it is. And if you guess how many it is, I'm going to give you this Lamborghini that I'm about to blow up. That is something Mr. Beast would do. Just for everyone's edification, it costs exactly $78.67 for 10,000 M&Ms. It go with the brand name. And oddly enough, Walmart was the absolute cheapest to get them. I looked on Amazon. Amazon, even the bulk candy. You would think bulk would be cheaper. Bulk was twice the price.
So for Halloween's come up, you just hand them out in Ziploc bags?
No, what we said we were going to do, because obviously I do not wish to eat 10,000. My youngest is getting married.
Oh, okay.
I
yes.
said, so you're going to need like little snacky foods all over the tables.
I love it.
So we'll just put them right back in the butt. We're not going to touch them with our hands. We use gloves.
Perfect.
And then away you go. So everybody wins.
Rather than throwing rice, you can throw M&Ms at.
Ping! Ow! Texas, the Windy City. Yes, Texas is known for the Windy City. Well, no, that's Dallas. That's the gas city. Yes, we do consume a lot of tacos in Texas, so that would make us windy, I guess, a bit. It's the Mexican food. It's the refried beans. So, how's everybody doing? Are y'all doing good? As usual. I literally was setting up everything at the last second.
It was.
It was a frantic run. And then, I couldn't find the power supply for my monitor because we had to move everything around because we're still in limbo, despite what looks like here. I know everything looks calm and collected, but here's a shot of Angela. Look, it's a mess everywhere.
It's like a Rube Goldberg machine in here.
It is. But,
There's your
close up. Yes. Hi, how are you?
with your crosshairs.
With my crosshairs. I'm going to turn that off just because. I forgot where I was going with it.
It's last minute.
Oh yeah, last minute.
Thank you.
Literally, yeah.
forgot too.
She is our script soup.
Right.
She's over there checking off. Okay, he spoke about this. He spoke about the finding power supply for the monitor, and then it was like, oh, I need to have 2 wireless microphones, and I always have one. Well, I have multiple wireless microphones, but getting wireless microphones into a red.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, well, it can be. Fortunately, I had all the right cables. I just had to think for a moment, which is what I tend to do best, I think, is hiccup with adult beverages, but also just like when things are stressful, I get stressed, but man, can I solve problems. Tyler Stewart, hello. A friend of mine has been doing production design for Mr. Beast, and apparently their budgets are ludicrous. I can completely imagine. I really can. That dude is so over the top on everything that they do, in every channel that they do. It is unbelievable. I cannot imagine how much money they generate.
I guess I have to check him out. I've never seen him.
Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
Really? He's kind of funny. He his story is interesting. He to sum it up, he was like a high schooler. He just wanted to do YouTube, and so he kept doing YouTube, and he learned what kind of things got reactions, and he just always hit. He always understood this went viral, this went viral, this went viral, and then like when he was like 19, 20, something like that, he made enough money from YouTube to move out, get his own place. He told his mom he was still in college, but he wasn't. And then he doesn't care about stuff. He doesn't. He doesn't have a nice house. He lives in a very modest little house. He doesn't drive a nice car. I think he drives a Tesla now, but
Of course. They
I mean, he buys like 4 Lamborghinis on every episode.
wow.
And he is the #1 YouTuber, period. And he has like 10 channels now. It's insane. He has an entire production facility in South Carolina. Yeah. You remember the guy that worked with Casey Neistat, the South Africa dude that likes to talk like
Oh,
this?
yeah.
He is now the creative director for Mr. Beast's Philanthropy, which is their philanthropy channel, and where they do everything. It's just the dude's wild.
What's his name? Dan? Is it
Dan,
Yeah.
Dan something or other. Dan Faust. I could only speak like him. He just had a child.
Well, I think he was the first one. He was the first place that he called everybody brew.
Hey, brew. Hey, brew.
You
He also has a brew.
And now I heard like my nieces saying that. Hey, brew.
He also now has followed Mr. Beast and has created the Brew Bar. The Brew Bar is a delicious snack that allows you to get energy whenever you need it, but it tastes delicious. It's the Brew Bar. Dan Mace. There we go,
Dan
Ollie.
Mace, thank
there
you.
go. Dan has always been an interesting guy. I have a love-hate with his channel because half the time his videos aren't his style, and then the other half they are. And I enjoy it when they're his style. Like what was the one where he like wanted to create an entire song sampled off of things he found around his apartment or something? Or
With Dan Mace?
yeah,
I don't remember that one. Maybe I do. I remember he got like he built an 80s vlogging rig. So he got the old video camera. You did it on your
Live stream, yeah.
live stream where you piped in an old VHS camera feed, and it was perfect. It was like wow, that is a throwback. But he built a whole wheel rig kind of for it. It was he's done some interesting things.
so somebody is going to do it before I am, unless I can get to like 100K. I think.
No, here we go.
I think at 100K I might be able to do it.
I
But
can afford one more balloon. For you.
I still want to do the live stream on film. It can be done. I have done all the math. It's about, I think, 11 or 12 minute delay that it would take. And it would have to be a continuous bath to get the film through, and it would have to be an elaborate rig. It'd probably take 1 million subscribers to maybe 10 million.
Imagine something like that IMAX projector, and just like
Now, that would be expensive.
Through all these cap stands and
And
everything.
I do like an 8-hour live stream, so the most expensive IMAX ever. And watch Mr. Beast will be like, Carlos, thank you so much. 10K. Yeah, it's wild. Like half the people on here have way more subscribers than I do. Like yourself, Carlos. I've always just done just what I want to do, and I'm just totally fine with whatever happens and how it happens, and I'm cool with it. Not saying that you don't, Carlos. I just what's everybody up to? What's everybody doing? I can if we're not entertaining enough, I can give Bill a guitar, and then
Oh man. No, it's okay.
I got the little Martin backpacker in there now. It fits nicely. Let's see here. What are some fun stories, Bill?
Fun stories.
Stories?
First one that comes to mind, I remember we were at a particular place in Austin burning props, and you were driving a dually at the time, and we sat there in the parking lot and changed the tire on the dually. I was like, and it was the inside tire too.
Yes.
And I was like, oh gosh.
That was the first time I've changed a tire on a dually.
I was like, wow, okay, this is gonna be a learning experience. Yeah.
That's right. We ate at Cheesecake Factory, and then we went over to the prop burning facility.
It was like called Cool Rivers. You can think.
No, that was a Cool River. No, it was the one we had to pay $10.
Okay.
And it closed up. It's the one we would go to and buy them before.
Oh, Heroes and Legacies.
Heroes and Legacy. Yeah, they're no more.
We're also no more.
Yeah, they.
We can mention these businesses. that
Yeah,
are no longer
Heroes and
existing.
Legacies is a great place to burn props, and to buy props to burn.
Yeah. So.
Tyler says, have you played with the new mid 49 XLR attachment? Does it just give you an extra XLR? What would be the benefit of having a cable that does the same? So what it does, Tyler, is, yeah, and I do have it. It's inaccessible. Let me just put my crotch in the channel here for a moment and go around. Yeah, I don't have a direct path to anything right now.
I can feel like he's walking right over here.
I have. This is what everybody loves about the channel is they get to.
It works. It's nice when you can do it.
They get to have the complete interaction. Oh, let me grab both of these, and I just bring the stuff out live, and that's how they know it's not pre-recorded. Although one day I'll do that. I'll pre-record a live stream and make it look like I'm live. I have to figure out how to do it and make it look like everybody's interacting. There's the out of focus XLR. Well, that just didn't help at all. Look how much closer I could get it. The XLR adapter is really, really tiny. The purpose of it is to literally break it out, just like the cable. So it's very similar to the red one. The red makes one. It's a little bit bigger than this. The thing that was remarkable about this one was it is so small. They don't have the shielding on the outside. So that's what made it the smallest I've ever seen. It doesn't give you extra XLR. What it does is it just adapts to the 5-pin audio connector that is on the back of Komodo X or V-RAPTOR. Komodo, it doesn't do that. There's a different one for Komodo. What is the benefit of having a cable that does the same? There's no real benefit. The benefit to this would be a nice, neat design, a nice, neat, compact build on your camera. So having this, it's mounted to your camera, so the wire is tiny and it's tucked in back behind it the way that their cage is done. And so you would have a nice, neat package there. If you did the cable, I have the cables, and I would route them to the side. I'd have to wind them up a bunch and then put Velcro around them just to kind of keep it nice and neat. So there's no, it doesn't do physically, it does more, but like capability-wise, there's no additional capability. So it's just physically smaller and more compact. That is the purpose. And then this is their breakout, which I saw now. These are, they're just absolutely tiny. And that's the part that just blew me away. I saw Mutiny has theirs coming out. They teased it. It's all built into a side plate, and it is also exceptionally small. And then also Tilta's, I think, is also going to be exceptionally small. So everybody's jumped on board with that. It's kind of cool. But that's why. Subs tend to snowball after double digits. You mean like 10? We'll see. Asking for Komodo OG. So for Komodo OG, it would just give you, it would be 1/8" TRS that comes out of it. And it would give you XLR inputs, but it's not going to give you phantom power because Komodo OG does not have phantom power. So you wouldn't be able to run like a shotgun mic unless it had internal power. Wireless would be fine because they wouldn't use power. Carlos says, did you get the new iPhone Pro Max? Well, I'm supposed to. Well, supposed to isn't having, sir. This is true. Really? Okay, thanks everyone for... okay, I get it. Thank you. Hey, did you know I'm live streaming? That's what YouTube wanted me to know. Oh, system error occurred. Oh, bad. Let me refresh. It's supposed to show up today. Still out for delivery. I got the, AT&T was running a really crazy deal where they're just giving you an extraordinary amount on trade-in. And so it was like, oh, well, I'll do the $5 a month for it. Okay. Am I going to review it? I don't know. I actually was thinking about doing it because the new lenses and the new camera. I thought it might be useful with the Blackmagic camera app. It might be fun to do. I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, I wonder what the other Ollies said. Must have been bad if the moderator hit you. Ooh, I can view the deleted message. Hopefully it doesn't put it up on the screen. Ha! Funny. Now I can delete it. Oh, I can't delete it. That's funny. I have to wait. It's funny. Yeah, am I going to review it? Nope, not. Well, yeah, possibly. But I mean, if you're going to review it, go right ahead. Mine got delayed till the 20th. Oh, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see. There we go. Boop. You cannot moderate this user? Fine, he's already been moderated. Let's see here. The 29th. So you must have ordered the titanium color, because that's what I was hearing was everybody wanted the new color, titanium. I actually like the blue. That's what this one is that you can't at all tell is blue, because I always have a leather case on it. But that's the 12 Pro Max blue, and they have basically the same color blue, I guess. I always liked that one. I was really disappointed in Apple's, obviously, their leather, and now they're not carrying it anymore. So I looked and I found a leather manufacturer that does iPhone 15 Pro Max cases. And it looked great on the website. And I just got it today, and I swear to you, it's literally this. And so, not real happy about that. I will probably review that and let people know not to buy it.
I need to go on something like Etsy to go find something like that.
I feel like
Craft made or something.
there's got to be somebody that's making real nice leather, like the 11s. Gotcha, thank you. I have the 810 CRS XLR cables, and I was curious if it gave you extra. No, it does not. Yeah, I'm assuming it was split with panning 3 and 4. Yeah, that's all it does. In your experience, are Amaran lights more susceptible to disconnecting from Link app more so than Aputure lights? I'm trying to do the math here, because my initial answer is I believe so. Definitely with the very first ones, with the P60C and the P60 B, I guess the bicolor one. Those two absolutely had serious problems. In fact, they had a Bluetooth issue that was a hardware issue that they were fixing for people. I never actually got mine fixed. I have the Amaran 100B and the 100X and the 200X. That's what it is, X, not B. They seem to be fine, but what I do seem to have a problem that I think might be Amaran is I have a problem in my Link where certain lights will take ownership of the connection of the other one. Really? So, for instance, I have like the Aputure 600C over there, and I'll go and turn it on, and my Amaran 100X will come on, and it makes no sense. So there's something there, and I'm not sure what it is. We are using Amaran right here. That's the Amaran 100X, and it's operating at literally like, I don't know, it's like 15% output.
I was going to say, don't turn it up.
Yeah, no, it was way too bright. I look like Casper the Ghost. My 12 Pro Max is still going strong. All the incremental changes haven't enticed me. I hear you, Ali. Yeah. I was not at all going to do the 15, and what got me was that AT&T was offering me like $1,000 trade-in for my 12 Pro Max. And I was like, $1,000 trade-in? Okay. So now I did it. And so, you know, I'm not mad about it. It's fine. I hate the silicone cases. You can't slide them. I know. And they pick up everything. You put them in your pocket, you're like,
Comes out with lint.
yeah. Well, you know what they should do? They should make those, remember those little grabber hands that you would throw and it would,
Yeah.
and you pull it back? They should make a case out of that. So you can throw your phone just like anywhere and it just sticks to the wall. And for animation, it would like tumble down like the little octopus things.
You could do that.
Bill doesn't have a lot to say. Bill,
Sounds doable.
you have to be like more Ed McMahonish. Yes.
No.
I think the 15 marks the first time they haven't changed the design after 3 consecutive. Yeah, and they did change it ever so slightly, I think. I will say, though, that the difference between this 12 Pro Max and the 15 is probably tiny. As far as like playing games on it, I could care less. I don't care if it has the latest processor in it. I would like more battery life. I would like better, higher resolution cameras, which it has, and more telephoto. Other than that, if you can make the screen any clearer, I'd totally do that, but I think that's just being old.
I miss the old phone with they had the home button with the thumbprint sensor, so you can unlock your phone as you're bringing it to you.
Oh, well, you can do that with a watch now, so they're delivered, she said.
Oh,
Front porch.
let's do an unboxing.
We might. We have to talk Angela into going and. Let's see. I'll tell you where it is. Wait. Oh, Cynthia's got them. So. No, she's not coming over. Well, she has to work for another 30 minutes. But you can go grab one of them. Or grab them both. I don't know which one's which. We can't unbox hers, though. That would not be fair. She would not approve. But we can unbox mine. Yeah, they haven't done. They haven't really earned a lot of upgrades. I will give you that. I found out the hard way that the aperture lights disconnect from sinus after a while with no use. Went out to the desert and tried to control a light outside the window. It wouldn't connect due to no service. No service. You don't have to have service, but I guess the app does. Maybe that's what you're saying. That makes more sense. I will tell you, I absolutely despise that. I don't like things that require you to be connected to the internet that literally don't require the internet. I don't like that. And that makes me...
But Scott, there might be updates.
Yes. Adobe was the very first to tick me off with that. And that was when they first started Adobe Cloud, they said you can go up to a year without having to connect to the internet. That was a lie. It's 30 days, and it's not anymore because they will make you log in. So what do you do if you literally live off the grid?
It's not just that. I mean, I play guitar, and so there's these virtual amp simulations and stuff like that. If you want to get to your tones, guess what? You got to log in.
Exactly the same?
Yeah, one of them's mine, one of them's hers. I don't know.
Okay. That's why I just brought both, just in case.
You'll know by the color. Do
Yeah,
you have
well-
two different colors.
No, the boxes are both brown.
No,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
No. Wah, wah.
They both say to me,
Yes.
well, okay.
Well, the actual iPhone packaging, retail packaging. Is
Let me, inside. We should see the color. And I'm gonna go that way.
Okay.
Squeeze it right. I have a knife here somewhere. The,
I do actually.
oh, you have a knife on your keys?
Yeah. Here you go.
Well, I have safety scissors. Look how safe I am.
This is like, do you You got your Elmer's glue too.
These things are hilarious because they're way sharper than I thought they were going to be. I'm like, what? Let's see. We're going to do an unboxing live. Yeah, AT&T sent this to me for my 10K. All I had to do was pay full price.
Remember,
Do not discard. Well, fine.
change the title of your YouTube stream
Yeah, I know. Change the title.
to iPhone unboxing, iPhone 15 unboxing.
This is very
I'll
hot.
get you 2 more clicks.
Well, I mean,
It's been in a truck all day.
I'm pretty sure this is. Wow, I cannot read that. Can you read? Does it say titanium? I think it does. I think it's the color.
Serial number.
I don't. No, don't give them that.
No, I don't see it. I'm looking for color.
I think
Oh,
it's.
titanium. This says titanium.
Okay. So,
512 gig.
So I will let her open hers.
That's hers? This is hers?
This is
that-
mine, yeah.
Okay.
what color did she get?
She got blue.
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 That's what I have now. Is that titanium more expensive?
So here it is. Here's the close up that is not closer. Upper. I should like go focus on it so I can just.
You want
go,
me to hold that there, or you go focus and remove that
yeah,
crosshair
hold that
thingy?
right there. Oh, I'm not going to remove the crosshair. It's kind of a thing now. I'm just going to get in the way so that I can't see it.
Where you want it? About right there?
Right? Ooh. That is very, very crisp. All right, now I can just hold it virtually.
Okay.
So now I can go, and I got to get the light just right.
Yeah.
Look at that. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm going to clear off the comments just so we can, well, they technically fit. Yeah, that is, I'm turning that off, the crosshairs. It's also the edge around it that I don't like. Let's go back to monitoring. You know what? I really do like the red DSMC3 monitor. It's really nice. Turn that off and turn that off.
It's
Is it
gone.
gone now?
Yep.
Yeah. Awesomer. Man, I'm gonna get so used to streaming in anamorphic. I mean, how many people are streaming in anamorphic these days? You know?
Does it help with your, because you have 2 black bands? Is it less pixels? I mean, is it less data?
It is less data because I am doing the variable bit rate, so that would be less.
Yeah. Well, because you're out of focus.
Jink. All right, so we're back here. So there's little 2 pull tabs that's sealed for freshness. Let's see if it's got a. You'll never hear it because the ice machine is of course running right now. But here we go. That is not a peel. That was a. What's that sound like?
Sounds
Yeah.
like the glue than those magazine inserts.
Yes, the little boogers that they put.
Yeah.
No, we got to get the puppy cam. He's upside down. Start the clock. We got 60 seconds on the timer.
You can only do about 60. Oh, here it goes.
Ting. All right, do we have an answer? Really? Well, we're not at 60 seconds. That was like 30 seconds. He can't go more than 60. He's going over. He's going over.
Oh,
Oh, we got
Uh-oh.
the
Uh-oh,
urge.
got
We got
there he goes. Oh, yeah.
You remember Dugan? If he'd go upside down for more than 10 seconds, he would sneeze.
Oh,
just every single time. Okay, so we're gonna go to the close-up cam here. We're gonna, ooh, yeah, there it is. There's the titanium. Ooh, now we're gonna pop this little off. Here we go. We're gonna do the. It's not gonna be crinkly at all, but oh, I'll have to get close so we can do that. Ready? Here we go. It's completely silent. And there we go. There's the Pro Max right there. Isn't that awesome? Hey, cool! I got the one with the USB-C. I heard that they were going to make that. That's cool. Let's see here. With the Blackmagic Cam app, your new iPhone will be cam your Raptor. Yes. No, I heard it's going to replace Red. That Red is, that's what Blackmagic was all planning, is like, we've teamed up with Apple to completely displace Red. Please. Tyler says, it was fine. I only had to run around like a chicken with his head cut off in front of the talent clients. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Does it feel you know
Ooh,
what?
good
Let
question.
Let me
Good
feel it. Let me feel this.
What else came in the box?
I did, you know what? It sounded like a million voices all cried out at once. Thank you.
Unless you have
Nope. Feels like cardboard to me. How about you, Bill? Does that feel like
unless you have
cardboard?
Mother Nature show up at your door like they
like-
did at Apple.
Ooh, the smell. It's like angels peeing on your tongue. The matte finish is kind of interesting. That little dot is kind of annoying. What the hell is that?
You no longer need a physical SIM card. Activate your eSIM during iPhone setup.
I think it should be the iSIM. This little dot is like the most annoying thing ever. What is that little dot?
Don't know. Is there a sensor behind it?
Yeah, but not there. Yeah, I don't know. So there's the. Oh, let me get there's the cameras there, folks. There's the. Sorry, folks. Wally World is closed. Focus is a hard thing
Yeah,
to do.
we put it right there. Yeah.
Right there. Look at. There's all the cameras. See, there's a little dot right there, which you can't see, but that's the new iPhone. There you go. That's everything. We're gonna live stream with it.
That wouldn't be a microphone.
I don't. It might be a microphone, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe.
It's a dot. It's like
It's definitely drilled in.
etched. Yeah. It's weird. Is it lighter than the 12? Well, I mean, I could grab the digital scale over there and find out exactly. No, it's not. And I'm going to take the
Cameras are more raised on it.
I guess it is lighter. You want to feel it?
This is yours, the current one.
Doesn't matter which one's lighter. No bias.
That one's lighter, I feel.
Which one?
This one.
He says the 12 Pro Max is lighter.
I mean, wouldn't titanium be?
It's supposed to be lighter. To me, it felt lighter, but there's the. I think this is the same blue that they have. That's my wife got the. Well, look at that. It's like that.
I think it's the same blue. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. I like the blue. Titanium's not bad. It honestly, it looks kind of halfway between space gray and silver.
But the thickness that the lens protrudes out.
Oh yeah, the protrude.
Look at. I mean, it was a big difference.
We'll show that up on the.
Look at that! Look at that! How much that lens that lens sticks out.
Look
so
look
much.
how protruded it is in anamorphic.
They've just given up on trying. I mean, I know they
Yeah, they
have.
don't
I know
care
they
anymore.
have to for lenses and stuff, but it's like, gosh, forget about thickness in your pocket anymore.
That's dirty. You can't say that on
We're
YouTube.
talking about phones.
Oh, okay. Foam, whatever, socks. Happy Friday, Reach. Hey, Reach. Congrats on 10K. Thank you, Reddy. I appreciate it. Patrick says those $2,000 for a phone would be better invested in a real camera. You are correct, which is why I didn't pay $2,000. I am literally paying $5.37 for 36 months. We'll do the math. And I know my money could be invested otherwise, but if it was put into a camera, $5.36 times 36, I'm paying $192.96. So that's good. I mean,
But who makes calls anymore? Why are we even calling them phones anymore?
this is a good point.
I enabled that feature that sends all unknown
Oh,
callers.
I love that. It's the
Then
best thing
silence
ever.
it.
It's really bad for business, but I mean, it's
I'm not even calling it. It's a small computer. It's
Pretty
my
much.
guitar tuner. It's my recording studio when I'm on the go. It does a lot of things. there's a good controller for in the music business that does for Final Cut. Is the
Are you using that?
yeah, it is the I use it because you can take it,
Oh, the
set it
Final
next,
Cut, yeah.
set it oh no, I'm sorry, not Final Cut, Logic.
Logic, yeah.
Logic. You can set there. You just tap your tempo, and it sets it on your DAW. Trigger your recording, and then stop your recording, and you can control everything in the DAW from the phone app, and it's handy. It is handy.
Ollie says, I'll check it next week and see if you'd recommend upgrading to the 12. I mean, quite honestly, Ollie, there's literally 3 things that interested me. And that was the 24 megapixel camera, the 48 megapixel camera, and the telephoto. That was it. That was the only thing I was interested in.
If you're into hardware, you got to upgrade it to the.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want the previous generations because there wasn't enough, and I didn't care. I mean, even going from like this one is the 2.5 times telephoto, and the 11 Pro Max was the 2x. That's not enough. It really isn't enough to make a difference. Does it matter which ones? Not dark. And bring Advil. Yeah, it'll be. We'll see. No, next week I won't be live streaming though, Ollie, because it's my one job that I have in Atlanta. So
You work?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah, I know this YouTube leisurely live.
I
Once you
know,
hit
I
10K, oh my God, it's like Apple just sends me the 12 Pro Max.
Scott mentioned that he was up to 3 o'clock getting this video out and everything like that, and I'm just like, isn't that the dream? Isn't that being self-employed and doing that?
Yeah, working all day, working all night, doing it for
Isn't that
what?
the dream?
Yeah, the video is not performing at all. It's like I knew it. It's always the way. People are like, "Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. You're going to get like hundreds of thousands of views." I'm like, I am definitely not going to get it up there. What are we up to here? We are up to 57 views.
That's not too bad.
That's pretty bad, actually. By this point on a good video, I should be at 500 or 600 views. Well, actually, be closer to over 1,000 right now if it was a on par with my better videos, so to speak. Reach says, yeah, same here. Until I get the new Max 2, as soon as I can get one from AT&T. Yeah, they were offering a really cool deal. It was pretty wild. A 1 review and a 6-month iPhone review are in order. All right, it is. How can they charge that? Charge what?
Thank you for your $5.
Oh, fine. The way I'm thinking, and this is, I call it the Microsoft Network, the MSN. If you remember, well, some of y'all are overseas, but back in the 90s.
Can you flip to the VHS?
Oh, yeah. Back in my day.
At least a sepia filter or something like that. Right?
Well, then it would look like Mexico. Back in the 90s, I believe it was, Radio Shack had a deal where if you bought anything and got 2 years of Microsoft Network dial-up, they give you a $400 credit on whatever you bought. And so people were buying it left and right. All you had to do was subscribe to the Microsoft Network. You needed internet anyway, but it was dial-up. And the trick there was DSL was like literally tomorrow. They do it. So they locked in all these people at $29.95 a month for 2 years. They made that money back. What I'm suspecting is the requirement for the trade-in was that I have a premium plan, which I do. I have kids. They have family as well. So like it's a big family plan. So why not do that and save money? And then by doing that, they know that they're getting that amount of value out of my phone versus what we probably actually use. So like I have unlimited data, but I don't use unlimited data. I just have it so that when I need the unlimited data, I don't hit a cap and get screwed. So they probably have a mathematical formula that says, give that man a $5 phone. Tyler says, the question is, how many generations of iPhones have you purchased? I'm on my 4th with the 14 Pro. Well,
I bought the first one. I have
Yeah.
I have it in my desk drawer actually.
I have them. The question is, where are they?
I used each previous one as like a little touchscreen monitor underneath my computer.
Let me,
Well, it's a good clock. It keeps time well. Yeah, I keep it at my desk with the clock app up. Huh? Yeah.
so you have the original iPhone is running?
I bought the original. We bought.
No, I mean, the original iPhone is running?
No,
Oh.
it's no, that one. It's whatever reason it starts to boot up,
And
then
it
it
just died,
crashes,
yeah.
and then restarts and tries to boot up again.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does that happen? You were never connected to the internet.
Right.
How did you deteriorate like that?
I think it's the batteries in those.
It could be.
I think they're over there, or they're on that wall right there.
Then we had, what was it, the iPhone? There was the iPhone 5, and then that one came out, and then the SE. They had the SE
And the C.
and the C, and one of those was the exact same match for the iPhone 5. It was like
Right.
the cases were identical. This,
The actual iPhone just 5 itself was available for 5 minutes. I bought it in that 5-minute period.
And then it's gone.
Yeah.
It was, like, it was no more.
now
We-
the 6.
We had the original iPhone. The what was it, 4 and 8 gig?
Probably.
I think I had the 4 gig model. I know. You can make fun. Then I got the iPhone 3G.
Well, Tyler had the 4S, so the 4S was good.
What was the first phone with Siri?
Oh,
Because I remember we were
6.
at that house in Ruffles where you burned stuff.
Maybe on the
And,
shelf.
and y'all were
Which
using your Siri and
shelf?
just cracking
Yeah,
have
asking Siri silly questions.
700.
Little did we
Behind
know we
you
were
in the
working with
theater.
AI.
Okay. I'm gonna look. Bill, entertain them.
Okay, no pressure. Hi guys, how are you?
I'll get you a guitar.
No, I don't need a guitar. It's okay. I'm not warmed up. So
You
can
got-
you hear Scott? I can't hear him, but you probably can,
No, I can
because
definitely.
he's on the wireless mic.
You have a wireless mic too.
Yeah, but I'm not walking around.
You can.
I don't
You're
need
just
to.
not. There's a difference. It's like having 2 conversations in 2
I
different
can't
rooms.
hear him.
I don't
So-
see.
and that's always a good thing.
I see a bunch of Legos. I mean, here's a.
Legos, Andrew, get on that. Build me a dinosaur.
Here you go, Bill. Here's your first iPhone.
Oh, there we go. Remember these things?
At least it's push button, it's not dial.
You have redial, you have flash, and you have memory.
You could back
Oh,
back
and
then.
even
You
has
could
the
star
police-
69.
It has the police, fire, and a green. Well, it has a green cross on it, so we know what that means.
We have a
I'll tell you one thing though. I was really disappointed the first time I hit star 69 and nothing happened.
We actually, at our house, we took away the phone line. We said, okay, you know what? We don't really need it. Oh, it had a loudness button on here too. Look at that.
Oh, that's for old people.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was.
see them on the show.
Too bad it wasn't like I don't think there's a little amplifier in here because there's obviously nothing powering this other than the phone line itself. Whatever juice came over across the.
Here's one of my favorite.
telephone system. Oh, look out! That's a cable that
yes,
keeps
I found
us
the internet.
alive.
Just found the internet. Are we still on the internet? Ooh, well, okay.
It looks like we're still streaming.
Okay, well, let me carefully place this back up here. There we go. Yeah, found it. All right.
So we go from this
Yep.
to this.
One of my favorite props. You can,
Oh, answering machine.
yeah. I go around and collect props.
It's the sound of the beep.
Yeah, it actually uses tapes too, not even the digital ones. Yeah, I don't see the.
Well, the top one you use like a regular cassette tape. The other one you use a continuous loop.
Right.
cassette.
Yeah.
Do you
that's
have
right.
that? That's
I don't. No, I don't have the tapes. I don't. Yeah, she's gonna have to find them when she gets out here. She told me where it was, and it wasn't.
we got 5 minutes.
Oops, found them all. Oh, they're broken now. My big old butt. All right, what did I miss? What did I miss?
This is voicemail.
Voicemail?
Yeah, analog voicemail.
Kids today are like, voicemail? What's that? You have to get on the phone?
Yeah, right. That's why I say, who makes calls?
Oh, that literally is the loop one too.
Yeah,
It doesn't even have the
has the spindle, the single spindle.
just the single
That one,
spindle
yep.
right there.
More than you ever wanted to know about
Yep.
answering machines. And
I found this puppy on Goodwill, and I was so excited. And it even comes with a special tool.
You bought that recently?
Not recently, like 2 years ago.
we need to have a whole stream on all our fun adventures to Goodwill.
So I guess I'm waiting for the 18S Pro
18S.
Max, and it'll be and you'll have the option then. Do you want the one with the 17 lenses or the 26 lenses? Because I love how they say, this has 7 lenses. No, it does not.
I've already seen people memes of people going telling Samsung phone users not to let iPhone users borrow their charger because they're both USB-C now. And like,
Don't give in.
don't give in.
All I wanted was a pick and pick split screen on the iPhone. Ridiculous.
So, a pick and pick
Split screen.
using which
Oh,
camera?
you can't do. You can do it on an iPad, but you can't do it on.
So I have an app that I use for vlogging sometimes, where it's lower res, but it shoots the front camera and the selfie camera at the same time. It records both, and
That's weird.
yeah, it's pretty handy. And so I'll record it. It makes it really easy to kind of look at something. And we were in Las Vegas, and we were at a place called the Tipsy Robot. and it's a really neat place where you order a drink like a Cosmopolitan or something like that, and the robot makes it for you right there, and it shakes it up. And that was the funny part, is as it was shaking, it caught us so off guard when we went to go shake the drink. These mechanical arms shaking it, and I was able to, when you're vlogging, able to cut between. I was able to cut between both the reaction and the activity at the same time because they're both being recorded simultaneously. So. I can do that. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, Hallie, but
Ooh, Rex, don't move it while I'm stepping, dude.
I know, right?
Every time I steps, he moves.
Oh, isn't this cute?
There you
Look
go,
at this.
Bill.
You don't want me to play this.
Why not? Just don't play anything. I'll get me copyright. So.
Oh, every chord's copyrighted now, isn't it?
Yeah, everything. I feel like the front and back camera at the same time would only really be good for congresswomen of both parties. That's definitely not in tune. Yeah. Let's see. Hope the Max version. Hope it's the Max version. Otherwise, it'll be funny retrieving ProRes files at USB 2. No kidding. Why did they do that? It makes no sense. That they only gave you USB high speed on the Max version.
Really?
Yes. The others are USB 2. That's dumb. They're like, yeah, you want that Max? You want that Max? You got to get the Max. Yeah, and I think I read that the processor in here is basically like an M1 iMac or MacBook or iMac or anything. It was the 4G. It was the 4S. It was 16 gig. Gotcha. Yeah, I had the original. I had the 3G. I did not have the 3GS. Was the 3GS was the first one with the S or no?
The 3G.
Was there a 3GS or not?
I think so.
I did the 4 and then the 4S, and then I don't remember the 5. What was the 5? I had an iPhone. I didn't have a 6.
I think we upgraded to. No, I didn't have a 6 either.
I had a 7.
You had a 4, I had a 5, and then we upgraded to the SE at the same time.
Fascinating conversation. I know. Everybody's recalling.
Everybody's
their
like, really? 10,000? You get 10,000 subs with this?
you got a fat guy on a guitar.
And then there was the one time I went to the Samsung phone, which ruined all my photos from then. It was the first one that had slow-mo.
At what, 60 frames per second?
Dude, when you pick up and look at one of the original iPhones, you're like, that screen used to seem so big. Now you're like, what the, no. Let's hear some classical gas.
I wish I could play like Tommy Emmanuel, but
Oh, I thought you was like refried beans and beer.
no,
What?
that's the ear. Have you ever seen Tom? I recommend if you want fantastic acoustic playing, Tommy Emmanuel, fantastic guy. If he's in your neck of the woods, go see him.
Bill's taking requests, so just welcome to Omegle. We're on doing random chat with Bill. He's taking requests. If you can just hear 20 seconds of it,
Strumming chords. That's all I'm doing.
strumming chords on a Friday afternoon.
Oh, Scott's the lyricist. You heard his. I mean, again, he wrote that. He wrote the rap video. He writes some pretty good lyrics.
I'm a lyrical gangster. Wow.
What else? What else we got?
In a Sunday afternoon, yeah.
We need to do more music streaming things.
More
I know
music
you film. I don't want. I don't.
More music.
Sweet
Well,
Home
I have a
Alabama.
music channel.
Oh, and what do we have on it?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Well,
Nothing. Ollie wants to hear "Sweet Home Alabama" white sauce.
I don't want to get him copyrighted. He asked me not to.
No,
play something.
it's white sauce. It's
I don't know
a
that.
barbecue sauce.
Oh, okay.
It's made out of mayonnaise.
Okay. It's like Russian dressing where it's ketchup and mayonnaise.
Right. It's white sauce. Play.
I haven't even warmed up.
You're warm. You're
I'm
warm.
cooling down with the margaritas.
Yeah, I guess you can't play. That's not in tune.
No, it's not.
I mean, I think it's brand new, so it's not going to hold a tune for.
I got one of these for my mom.
Can you play "Sweet Home Arkansas"?
Sweet Home Arkansas.
I mean, you transformed Gone in 60
Free
Seconds.
bird. Tim's got Tim,
Free bird.
Tim's got
Free bird. Tim.
Thanks, Tim. Yeah, no pressure. If you ever, I recommend if you ever catch the dew.
The dude.
The
yes.
dew is so what you're doing here is what they do to do. Dew goes on
It's like,
Omegle,
they're like, play ACDC. Damn it, Thunderstruck.
and he does. Yeah, he does those really great things where he plays stuff. If he doesn't know it, he listens to it real quick and then picks it out and then plays it. So I am anywhere
Yeah,
like
that's
the
not
Dew.
Bill nor I. It's
No,
like we listen to it, we're like, yeah, that's a good song. Thanks. Next.
And he's really good on. He'll play piano and play.
Well, so's the one guy, the piano guy that he's another one just like the dude. He's on Omegle, and he can play anything. And one guy's like, I want to hear Taylor Swift crossed with some kind of like bluegrass crossed with such and such. He goes, sure. Let me give me 20 seconds to listen to him. And then he crossed. And I was like, yeah, all right, that sounds right. Yes,
Oh,
he's back.
Puppy Cam. He's on
Puppy
his back.
Cam. There we go. Put 60 seconds on the clock. I need a timer.
You don't have a timer on your app?
You know what we could do? I could just play that song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Where did I hear that recently?
Well, that's why I sent it to you. That guy that broke down the song, and he's like, I have never
Oh, that's
seen
right,
so
that's right,
many
that's
different
right.
time signatures
Yes,
in one
yes.
song. He's like, it's 4 4 3 4 4 4 3 4 7 8 3 8, just like constantly back and forth.
Back to the film question.
Do you have any extras to Canon 25 to 75 2.9 that you're selling? I saw a build deal, 2 lens kit, 1120 for $5 less than 2575 cost, but already have the 11 to 20. They need to pair the 50. I hear you. My guess is that everybody wants the 25 to 75, and more people will use the 50 to 135 than the 11 to 20. And so, there he goes.
There he goes.
That was almost a full minute, man. So my guess is the reason they package them is so they can sell more 11 to 20s. And I'm in that boat. I mean, all the lenses are really, really cool. But the 11 to 20 is the one I used the very least, for sure. Tim goes, Rex!
Rex.
Yep, that's Rex. That's my buddy. My buddy Rex. He's just hanging out upside down. He was panicked all morning, and then as soon as I set up for the live stream, he's like, "Oh, finally!"
We're doing
He's
it.
like, "I was worried you weren't going to make it." I was like, "I was worried I wasn't going to make it." Let me see that thing.
There you go.
Oh, that's a nice guitar. Is this a Martin? I heard they're the best.
That is a Martine.
Martine. Wow, that sounds horrible.
Woo!
What is that, the key of K? That is not in tune.
I know.
Hi, baby. What's that? I need, did you bring stuff? You forgot. Stuff? Props to Bird. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. See you in a minute. She doesn't even come bearing gifts. I'm not giving her her iPhone now. Tyler says, thought about getting it and selling the 11 to 20, but wasn't sure if people would pay full price from a private party. No, they will not pay full price for a private party. People don't even want to pay full price from the retail. Last I saw, 11 to 20s were going for like $1,700, $1,699, I think, something like that. It was not a lot. You know, if you're doing the Super 35 set, it works out great. The 11 to 20, 25 to 75, and then the 50 to 135 was definitely a good lens too. Yeah, I mean, 25 to 75 is the most useful. 50 to 135 is second, and then 11 to 20. So I get it. Let's see. What else is going on? Isn't there a song you've written that you can play? I'm sure there's.
Nothing of recent.
I'm sure there's a
Not
song.
on
you
an
remember.
untuned guitar, please.
Well, tune it. I thought the iPhone's great. It's my piano tuner. It's right. Hey, look. She's come bearing what? Don Carlos it is. Nope.
No?
It's not. Well, I don't know what else there was.
They looked like.
They probably looked light, but Don Carlos is an exceptionally strong
Oh,
cigar.
thank you. Here, I'll
I
trade you.
mean, prop.
Where is the
It's on that desk.
Well, that doesn't help me. You need to.
What table? Down here?
the sharpened?
You can walk by. It's totally fine. There's there's a little bag right there, but I don't think it's in there. I think I think it's in there, and then the ashtray's over there. You can just don't trip over anything. Oh, I should have totally. Watch yourself, because I mean I had to set up for two. I had to do the guest host. Yeah, I want to punch. Yeah, I want to punch mine. So I want the. Yeah, I want the punch. These work better. The little silver wood. I need the Ventons back there. Yeah, I want that. That's good. Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. That really looks horrible. It is very dark. Oh, is it dark? A little darker than normal? Wow. Maybe the story is darker. After all, I did reach 10,000. As we say here, this live show has a Hold Hoven League.
Do you want
Fine.
the
Old Timers League. Wow.
stand or
Just the red one. The standard. Patrick's trying to say it's like two old guys talking. Back in my day, we used to have to walk to school uphill both ways in the
Nice, thank
snow
you.
while it was a blizzard in a hurricane with tornadoes that formed upside down. We didn't even have Crocs.
We have Crocs.
What a Croc.
Oh, here we go. How about Birkencrocs? That'd be fun.
They're like, we got that. We don't need. That's not a punch, dear. I need the smaller silver.
It was fascinating YouTube broadcast.
This is a Scott Balcom original right here. I mean,
The next live stream, I won't be here, and so you can get back to your
get
regular.
back to back. I mean, feel free to ask all kinds of questions because
regular.
that's what live streams are for.
I'm usually watching Scott's live stream while I'm cleaning the kitchen. So you can, I get off work and I say, well, I got to clean the kitchen.
That's
Friday
probably the
night.
#1 people who watch. It's like,
Yeah.
I only turn it on as background noise. Don't trip over all the bad wiring everywhere. That's really bad. But I mean,
Although
I've already done that.
I do encourage you to, if you have a chance, come and join the live stream in person.
Ollie, you need to come visit. Yes? It's a great start. Ollie, you should come to the live stream. I've never met Ollie, never spoken on the phone. We just share the same loves, pizza. And talking about white gravy or white barbecue sauce. And then film, Red Dragons. You open a window. And then, hey, look, there she goes. You saw her leg. Just don't trip over the Ethernet wire like I almost took down the entire internet.
That'll happen.
It's happened before. I was there. This does look like a bad live talk show. I remember that was one of the sets I wanted to build was a talk show. And then I quickly remembered, oh, nobody visits. And it was easier to, they're like not going to come in when we have the. As a Gen X, I'm kind of in the league too. I'm a Gen X.
I can never remember what is the difference.
We're Gen Xers.
Where is the age break?
Somewhere.
I think
in there.
Angela
I think
knows it.
67, I think, was the 68, something like that. All I know is I am nowhere near as old as I look now. It was great when I was 18 because people are like, what are you, 28? Yes, I am. Thank you for the adult beverage. And I think last week, what got me feeling unwell was the set was this way. And I had instead of lighting from the right, I had the big 4x4 over here, and I had a big flag, and it was all blocking the air conditioner. And so I think the smoke was kind of like circulating right in front of me.
Did you get it on screen or on
Yeah.
camera? Really?
Yeah. Well,
I missed it last week, but
I just wasn't feeling well at all. It was just like, and it hit me, and it did not feel like this. It felt really off, and I might have had a headache and didn't know it. And then I think it was just, the second hand smoke and the third hand and the fourth hand. I don't know. It was weird. I clicked on that. Any thoughts? What is your name? Frazzle Syntax.
Hey, good job.
I feel like
Love
it's like, ladies and gentlemen, this is Detective Frazzle Syntax here, and I'm here to determine, did Colonel Mustard really kill Major Ketchup with a candlestick? I don't know. Any thoughts on the new Blackmagic CC? Nice. Yeah, you definitely, it's not the BMPCC now, it's the BMCC. Not to be confused with BMC, which is a software company. 6K full frame. Have you seen the image that comes in? Yes. The image to me looks exactly the same as the Super 35. As far as dynamic range, color, everything. It looks exactly. The only difference is the field of view. I think it's way superior to everything they have produced before. It's on a different league. If that's what you see and it's what you like, then it's fine. I mean, opinions vary. My opinion is that it looks absolutely nothing different. It is identical except for the field of view.
This is something that recently came out?
Yeah, it's the bulgy DSLR potato cam, but they put a full frame sensor in it. But then they took out the internal ND. They went to the L-mount Alliance lens mount, which I understand why they had to do it. And then that's like it. It's full frame sensor, but it's still only 13 stops. It looks, everything Blackmagic to me has a specific look. I don't know what to describe that look is, but when I see Blackmagic footage, I can almost always pick it out as Blackmagic. It has I don't know how to describe it because I've
ne sais
owned
quoi.
a couple. Is it what?
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
A certain, I don't know what.
I don't know. It's I've owned a couple of them. I mean,
I helped you.
You shot
yeah,
you shot
when we
with
were in
one.
California. We did a road trip.
But
to
it has
California.
it has a very distinct look that I don't know. I would almost say it lacks green. What I found most with it is that forest green did not look great with it. When we were, the wife and I, when we were out in like Moab, it looked fine. The skies look a little weird as well. But I mean, overall, it's fine. It's not a bad image. It's just, it looks a very specific way, kind of like a GH5, a Panasonic look. It has a very kind of a blue-green blue. There's always looks to it, and like reds. I can pick out a red sky all day long. If there's a blue jean sky up and it's shot with red, I know it. Alexa with skin. I mean, there's all kinds. Dragon with skin. There's all kinds. I've looked at all the footages that I could find on it, and I see literally nothing different other than it doesn't have, or it's full frame. Hey, Cam, how are you, buddy? Great Scott.
Great
That's right.
Scott.
Great Scott.
Every time I see that, I always think of Doc Brown.
Yes, exactly. That was my.
Damn.
What's wrong with the gravity? My magician's name was originally Great Scott, and then there was a guy in Arizona on YouTube named Great Scott, so I changed my name to Justin Capable, and went from there.
And we all had a laugh.
An archer look. Mr. Syntax. Or Mrs. Syntax. I don't know. It's phrases. We'll just do that. Everybody is distracted by the form factor, which is not ideal. Yeah, I don't know why. Got to be careful. I don't know why what's supposed to happen hasn't happened. And I definitely don't know why that happened. It's 2.6K camera that you can use out of the box with cinematic image that no other, in my opinion, camera under 10,000 can produce. I completely disagree with that. No other camera. I would say that the Sony FX30 can produce a better image than the Blackmagic cinema camera. Now, I realize we're not talking full frame at that point. and the FX30 is $1,800. But it has 2 more stops of dynamic range. It does not shoot RAW, and I promise you, the FX30 can do more with its image than Blackmagic RAW can on that 13 stops. But it's my opinion. Take it what you will. I could be wrong, but it's just my opinion. That being said, I don't have a problem with anybody that wants to shoot Blackmagic. It is a great entry point. If you want to play with RAW and you want to play with it cheap, there is no, well, it's not real RAW. It is baked in, but you get the RAW-like features. So anybody wants to play in that realm, it is a great entry point. One of my first cinema cameras was either going to be the Blackmagic cinema camera, the original one, the 2.5K, or the EOS 100, the C100 from Canon, and I went with the Canon. The other one was better. Is the Ursa still better? Maybe not for the money. So here's my lineup on which cameras are better in their lineup. Their G2, 4.6 G2 is their best camera. In my mind, hands down, their best. Their second best camera at 4K, only at 4K, is their 12K. If you shoot their 12K above, well, you can shoot it any way you want, but if you finish it above 4K, it drops way down in the list because it's not that great. Not that great above 4K. But when you use the 12K sensor and bring it down to 4K, there's so much information at that point that the 4K image is gorgeous. And I think that 12K is great. The next one would be the Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. And then from there, throw in any of the others. Well, the 4K, the 4.6, before the Pocket, I would put the 4.6 non-G2, the G1 Ursa Mini. The last one I would put is the 4K, the original Ursa Mini 4K, and also the Ursa 4K.
Did you have an Ursa once?
Yeah, I had the Ursa, what was that? I had the Ursa, the 4.62, and I had the first sensor failure, which was quite interesting. I had some random stuff start appearing on my screen.
That's always fun.
And they were like, I don't think that's possible. And I'm like, I promise you, I have it. And so I sent them the videos, and they're like, oh, do this. And I did it, and they responded back with paragraphs of, oh. And then from that point, this was literally, you couldn't buy the 4.6. It was impossible to get. And I managed to get my hands on one. There was like a 6-month back order. And to their credit, they shipped me a box. No, they gave me an overnight label. I shipped it to them. They, in turn, kept it for 2 days and shipped me back a new one in overnight. That was pretty expedient service, which I thought was quite well. So they did a really good job with the service, I thought. And, I mean, the camera was fine. It just didn't do it for me. The 4.6, the G2, I'd say is better. Refill. Whoa, excuse me. Ooh, there's something in my throat. Let's see here. It's so quiet in the chat. Come on. There's 18. No,
I know,
16.
usually you can't keep up sometimes.
I know. I get so behind, and no one is like, sending me on a diatribe, side rant of any kind. Come on, all 16 of you, ask a question now. You have 30 seconds to comply. Come on, let's have some fun.
I wish I was at your level, because I do corporate videos, and so I have just a static camera, and it's just a web camera, and I record this. Oh, there he goes. Record the zoom. You know, I use, if you want, like, how to do a production with like no money. I'm your guy, because I come up with, like, I have I use a green screen as a zoom background, and or some kind of animated video, and I record it. I do little tricks, like I remove my name, substitute my name in the zoom for just a little period, and so I can crop it out. I do all kinds of silly stuff, and I generate titles on my iPhone, and I fly them into the I use Camtasia for video editing. I'm so embarrassed to say. I did. That's where I'm at. But it consumes my day, right? It's what pays the bills, and putting new content out for my learners. I do my best work under NDAs. So, you know, hey, you can. I wish I could show you all the great stuff I do.
I would say that I've seen it, but I haven't, because I would be breaking an NDA. It's a lot to do with processing too. I've seen some shocking looking Komodo X footage recently. Yeah, which is a shame, but it's a product of commoditization. Wow. Those are big words, Ollie.
Those are
Those are big words. I actually said it too. Commoditization.
yes.
Hey! It's empty. Yeah, refills. Ha! There she is. It's behind you. Now they're looking at your butt. Now they're looking at your.
Huh? I want a refill too, please.
She's trying to step over the dog. What? No, no, no. One at a time. OCD. OCD. You'll get yours. Just a moment. If they cross, we have to throw out good margaritas. 10 years ago, that scenario was near impossible, as most projects working with higher-end cams have big budgets. Yeah, I mean, where we are today, yeah, it's an amazing time. I mean, honestly, I believe you're going to see soon full iPhone live streams and productions, because that's what they're doing. They're setting it up so that you can use your new iPhone 15 Pro Max, titanium color. You can use that as a camera for other devices and vice versa. So you're going to be able to just like pull in all the iPhone cameras soon and have a multicam, with 7 built-in lenses. You know.
Yeah. I would love to get a new GoPro, but everything I do, I'm not skiboarding. I'm not, I'm not going deep sea fishing or whatever like that. So I really don't have a need for an action camera like that. Everything I do, visiting museums and art galleries and stuff like that. Pay no attention to the blender behind the curtain.
Yes.
The iPhone, I get it on the iPhone. I can capture what I want to capture on the iPhone. For me, vlogging and videoing events is like it's the modern day scrapbook. I do it for my own recollection. We like to sit down and remember the time we went to New York or Las Vegas or whatever like that. So,
I've always felt that GoPro has completely missed the boat. They have the Max mod that allows you to turn it into a super wide, ultra wide camera. Why not have a telephoto mod? Why must it always be wide, wide, wide? If they would just do that. feel like they would sell a heck of a lot more GoPros.
The next one you need to do on Scott Cuts is how to make a margarita. Raw cuts.
Fighter Cuts.
Finer cuts, raw cuts?
Well, Fighter Cuts is the one that's going on Rumble.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done it yet because it didn't have the space. Oh, damn it! Oh, really? Oops. It's like he's like, I'm gonna keep you on your toes today.
How many times was that?
It's like 20 or 30. 'Cause I feel like he's enjoying the air conditioning blowing right on him. He's like, oh, it chills my boy parts. It seems that the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K full frame is using the Sony IMX410 sensor, also used on the Panasonic S1H. I don't know if it is or not. What I can tell you is it looks identical. Let's see. But since Blackmagic developed Resolve, they are in a position to extract more juice from the sensor than any other manufacturer. VMRAW is part of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Blackmagic does really good stuff. I don't have a problem with Blackmagic at all. I love Resolve. I use Resolve. I have their color panel. I have their speed editor. I've owned Blackmagic cameras. I think their cameras are their weakest. However,
I was gonna say, yeah.
it's
Thank you.
also an entry point that few offer, and they have. If you want to create a television studio for $10,000, you can do it with Blackmagic. Nobody else you can do that with. That says a lot, and it's not micro featured; it's full featured. So they have a hyper focus on building really high quality live studio kind of products, and they do really good at that. They're that camera, the pocket, no, not the pocket, the Blackmagic Cinema camera. It would look fine on live streams, et cetera, et cetera. You're not trying to push dynamic range on that. You're not projecting it in a theater. You're not putting it on, big screens with high HDR capabilities. Even though you can make 13 stops HDR, it's not HDR. I mean, HDR can be really, really wide. I would probably agree with you that they extract more juice from that sensor to use in their ecosystem. And BM RAW is part of it. BM RAW is okay. I've gone into RAW many, many times over the years. Blackmagic RAW is not RAW. It has RAW-like features, but it is not RAW. You cannot bake in the bear pattern and be RAW. And I've had this discussion, and I've had some very intelligent people out there disagree with me, but I've also been schooled by some exceptionally intelligent people. I'm not downgrading anybody. What I'm saying is that people who literally do it are teaching me, and I've learned quite a bit about it. And Blackmagic RAW gives you RAW-like features, which is great. It allows you to do a bunch of cool things, but it's not true RAW. And in fairness, you can take red to a point where it's not RAW. So it's not it's not a exclusive club there. Geek says the Murano announcement is surprising considering they don't ship until several months, but will be sold out like the FA. Oh, for sure. That camera's going to do really, really well. It's a great price. It's like a mini Venice. It's going to do really well. I mean, everything about it is really nice. It's exactly what many people need. Ollie says, yeah, raw cuts. You perfect a piece of the drop the mic. A paddle in this case, I've not dropped it. That's literally, you can see it right here. Bill is now, Bill walks in and goes, where did you put your walls on rails?
Yeah.
I said, very recently, working on it. The kitchen set is going to be spectacular. Spectacular, especially now that I found free appliances on Craigslist. Because I'm going to gut them.
Yeah, do like the Alton Brown thing where you stick
Exactly.
your head in the microwave and talk to the food.
Well, I probably won't do it that way, though.
Well,
I'll have the food talk to me. I've got puppets.
He takes the magnetometer.
Well, Scott, what I would like to see is cook me well done. No. Yeah, that kind of stuff. All I need is the box.
There
And
was
I-
that puppet chef from Sweden with the hands and the thing.
The
and the-
Swedish chef? Finny. I am Swedish. I'm a quarter Swedish. They're like the refrigerator. I want to have the shelves in it, and I want to have it on wheels, and I want to have it on the wall, bolted, so that when I slide the set in, it's in place. It's coming back. It's coming back.
Yeah, he's been busy.
I've been busy for summer.
This is the first time I've seen him in person since like May.
It's true, and we always see each other in May and August, and we didn't because time was so much so. Bought a cheap HD-ish cam in 2006 at a chain store, laughing so hard. I still have one over there. The CMOS had 23 10 pixels.
Wow.
FPS was all over the place. The files were weird format. Only VLC could do anything. That's interesting. There was, I remember I had a Sony camera that I swear the resolution of the screen was like 320 by 240. It was so low of resolution. Good luck trying to pull back highlights on a B-RAW image. I mean, highlights, they have some protections in there for their highlights, but highlights was one of the areas that I did not particularly care for the Blackmagic image. And it's just, it is what it is. We all like what we like. Some people like Ford, some people like Chevy, some people like the Australian Chevy but hate the American Chevy, and it's like, okay.
There's an Australian Chevy?
Yeah, they make the fast ones. That's where the Camaro came back from. The Camaro came from the Pontiac G8 or whatever. They put a V8 in a little car back there in Australia, and they were like selling them. The American GM was like, I guess we can sell them too. By the way, his sound is so low that I get automatic YouTube ads. The sound is so low. I don't know what that means. Why is the sound low? That is low. How about now? That's not lower. Why is it not lower? Why is it not?
Two.
Check 1, 2.
Mic check.
That is low.
It is a little low.
Huh.
Should be going to the yellow.
That's
on
weird.
OBS there.
Yeah, why is it low? Oh, you know what I could do? I could use these cool little functions right here.
Turn your volumes down.
Let's do test. That's not helping. Test. That's not helping. Really? Test. That's not helping. Huh. Weird. Let's start the volume. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Dance. There we go. How about that? Is that better? Peaked out?
Yeah.
Is
You're going to the yellow now.
Sweet.
I am too.
There we go. No automatic ads for you now. Nah, I'm just kidding. I probably turned on automatic.
Well, it
ads.
goes to automatic ads when it gets quiet. It has
I've never heard that before.
That's
but
an interesting one.
it is what it is. We're not used to the normal quiet Scott. You're used to normal loud Scott. Right now, everybody's going, turn down the TV. Have you come across these audit YouTubers? Are you talking about the auditors that go and like film in public places and get the police called on them, that kind of thing? If you're talking about that, yeah, I go down that rabbit hole like once a year, and I swear, it's like I watch and then another one comes on, like, oh my god, that's it, oh my god, I keep watching, and then I'm like done after 2 days, and I go back through YouTube and I delete all those out of my watch history so I don't get offered anymore. If that's what you're talking about. Those always are interesting. Wow, there's 15 viewers and only 8 likes. Isn't that just typical?
Hang on, let me get my phone.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Does it let you do that? It'll be like, I'm sorry, you can't like it. I feel like I should like it because it told me I was live now, which I guess would be kind of funny if you're like driving around town and all of a sudden it says, you're live now on YouTube. And you're like, what? Where am I live at? You go home and you see your kids playing.
So here's a question for you. So since we're quiet right now,
Yes, we're quiet.
how does you've seen some of these streamers do really good job of broadcasting from like their car and they're driving around and stuff like that
Yeah, I mean, you could do it if you're in
in a good city
good,
area.
good populated areas
Yeah.
with good cell reception. Get a good booster, and then you can do it. A lot of those will use like a MiFi with an external antenna, and then you connect to it wirelessly, and that way you always have a solid signal to
Okay.
it.
Okay.
But also, I mean, a lot of the time they're not pushing out a lot of data. It looks good quality,
Yeah.
but it's not a whole lot of data.
And there's that one streamer in LA that does a really good job. And they roll up on either a fire or something like that, and he then gets out, right, and then he like walks up and gets as close as he can.
I mean, a lot of those are literally just on iPhones,
Yeah,
but they're just got a good area.
Yeah.
I don't even have cell reception here, so I can't even
you couldn't
pretend
test.
to. What's the update on the strikes over there? Well, so they met yesterday or the day before for 10 hours. They said they made really good progress, but they did not reach a deal. And everything I'm being told is nothing is going to happen until February now, January, February.
Why is that? If you can say.
I'm assuming that one side or the other side doesn't want anything to happen until then. I don't know. I mean, and it's also like, it's not just one. It was, yesterday it wasn't SAG, it was the writers. But we also have a SAG strike. So
Right.
until everything is met, it's tough.
Well, I remember you sending me that it was a link to like a AI wrote a Seinfeld episode, and when you read it, it kind of sounded like an episode. The way it had pegged all the
The characters,
characters and
yeah.
stuff like that, and the kind of their quirky personalities. I was like, yeah, I could hear this as a Seinfeld script.
And I think that is literally AI's ability. If you have a show that's been out there so long that the characters have been defined so well that it can just pick up on it. Because Seinfeld was really not that difficult. George was all over the place. Jerry was always specific with a little bit of OCD going on.
Yeah.
And then Elaine was kind of the mix between, and then you literally had Kramer, who was completely all over the opposite of everybody. And all you had to do was write for those kind of characters. And I mean, that AI written Seinfeld episode was hilarious because it literally sounded like an episode.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, Ollie, it is a long time. I don't know what they're planning on doing. I like I said before, I firmly believe that the intent here is to whittle out Hollywood down to a smaller amount of people so that they could then change unions into smaller productions, and therefore all of the requirements that everybody has can be met because they're not going to be paying 100 people on set. They're going to be paying 20. That's what my gut tells me. I could be completely wrong, and I don't live in Hollywood, and I work on few big things like that. But I feel like I was just reading, what is it? Marvel is now moved to England. That they signed a big deal with Great Britain to shoot their new movies there. And people were ticked off about it, shipping jobs overseas. The way I look at it, and it sucks, I hate to do it because I'm in this industry here, is if we're more expensive here to make a movie than there, and they can make it the same quality, why would they make it here? Why do they ship out VFX to companies overseas that are literally 20% of the price of an American VFX house? They got to make money. I feel like there's so many problems right now with budgets and inflation of everything that I wouldn't mind a little bit of pullback on everything in Hollywood and focus back on quality rather than quantity that supposedly gives you quality. That I don't know.
Well, we took a tour of Warner Brothers Studios over the summer, and because of this strike, they're like, have at it. Like the tour bus is like, going around the back lot. There's a place you want to see and go inside. I'm like, there's no filming going on on the set right now, on the lot.
Yep.
Like, how about? And we did. We went into the bank, and we went into a restaurant. We went into one that was a school, and it looked like it went down to a school hallway, with lockers and everything. But it was just a parallax, kind of like effect. It was just a standard wall, but it was painted in that where vanishing point. Infinity vanishing point. I was like, from the outside, if you're looking in. So it's a great time to go learn about how they're doing all that stuff.
When I was there, it was they were filming, and they were filming some movie with Harrison Ford, and he was in a Tesla in the middle of the backlot road, and they're like, "Don't take any pictures." Okay. And you can barely make out that there's a person inside the Tesla. That's as far as you can get. And they know that, which is why number one, they said don't take any pictures, because they know, go ahead. What are you going to do? That was as close as I got to Harrison Ford. When it opens up, it'll be a tsunami. It depends. If it opens up based on Hollywood of the past, then yes, it will be an absolute tsunami. If it is changed, in other words, think about two positions on any set that could be combined. And I bet you could think of a ton. Now, not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying someone that's allowed to touch a flag but not allowed to touch a light, or someone who's allowed to touch a stand but not touch the light, or there's a lot of that hard cut that's in there.
Yeah.
I bet you can find any two positions and join them. And I bet you could do it multiple times. In other words, you could take these two positions, combine them into one. These two, combine them into one. These two, these two, these two. Then you're left with more positions. You could take these two, You could take these two. You could take these
That's
two.
not what they're striking about, though, is it? They're striking over likeness.
No, they're not striking about
likeness in their image.
that. That's what. Well, that's SAG.
Yeah, and then the
Writers are wanting to use AI.
Yeah.
But they're also all wanting residuals. Now, the production side, the production companies, they don't want to pay. They want to make more profit. So, what is the way to do it? Again, as much as it sucks to say, if there's
I
far
got you.
less people,
I see what you're saying. Okay, now I know.
and they shrink the role, or they
Gotcha.
enlarge the roles actually, and shrink the number of people, then and away you go.
Reduce redundancy.
I have lots of grip friends. I have lots of electric friends, and I love them all, and I don't wish anything bad on them. But it is sad to see, they bust their butts setting up, and then they're shooting for 8 hours, not touching anything. And they literally sit around. I'm not saying don't pay them. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that it feels weird that that's why we have what we have. Right or wrong. Yeah. I'm not making any fans of unions right now.
Excuse me.
More time for better edits of what they already got, I wish. Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. It would be nice if if the writers, the directors, the producers, and the production companies, the studios, could all agree on what it's supposed to be before they shoot it. Rather than, well, the studio didn't make that meeting, so they weren't there when you agreed to this part. We don't like it as the person giving the money. We want you to change this. And, well, the director wants to go a different route, but the producers and all of that. If everybody could just be focused, and it's weird. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Self-checkout. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of getting there. I did find that funny. There was a post someone had made. It was a photo they took of Walmart, and they had all these signs. It was like bringing back jobs to America, and there was like 6 different signs that they had hung up, and it was literally over the self-checkout lanes. Like, our Walmart doesn't have checkers at all. You have to check out yourself. It's like, wait, what jobs are you bringing back? What is it?
Well, somebody's got to work on those machines. Somebody has
Right.
to reboot them.
Right. Kind of like the ice cream machine at McDonald's. Yeah. So there's that. I don't know. I would love to be at a point where the most expensive movie ever made was $100 million. And it was of the same, let's say, caliber of today's. Because I don't think it's necessary to over VFX everything. Because they spend so much time on VFX. I like stories.
Well, that's what it's
I
about.
like human interaction. I like believable characters. I like the stories, and we need to get back to the stories. That's like when the movie I worked on this summer comes out. I'm excited for it to come out. Who knows how it will do? Because maybe everybody wants a Marvel movie when it comes out. It's not a Marvel movie. It's a story. It's got VFX and it's got other stuff in it, but it's a story.
Has anyone? So occasionally you hear in the business vertical of some new company come out, and everybody's going to, including CEOs, going to get paid the same amount.
Yeah.
Have they done that? Has anyone ever tried to do that with a movie? It's like, okay, we're all going to
I
get
don't
paid.
think so.
No.
No, I don't think so. And I think the biggest problem we have in Hollywood is no one knows. Well, no one. outside of the studios know how much things cost, because we literally have a process. I'm going to overgeneralize it, so it's going to sound worse than it actually is, but it's actually close to that, where they say, all right, we have a $100 million movie. We're budgeting that. 35% of that we're going to take for marketing. And we're going to want 25% for promotion. And we're going to want 40% for production. We want 20% for something else. Now, if you do the math, it's over 100%. That's the way the Hollywood budgets work. They don't want it to make money because their way of making money is on everything else. They are selling you the marketing. Your movie has to use their marketing. Their marketing is a percentage. Now, are they actually spending that amount on your movie? Probably not. My guess is it doesn't cost $100 million to advertise Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah.
But that's what it gets billed.
Have you seen that? Yeah. Okay. Good.
So until we can get to the point where everybody, and I mean everybody, has to disclose what things are, what they cost, et cetera, I don't know that we're ever going to win. You know, Netflix doesn't give you how much something gets viewed. That's absurd. Why not? Why can't we have that information? Well, my guess is they either don't want you to know because it's too good or it's too bad. Either way, they win and everybody else loses. That's not cool.
Well, they even took away the most simple of metrics, right? The thumbs up. Remember, it had the thumbs up, thumbs down. And
So
they
did
took-
YouTube.
And they took those away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do it because they don't want there to be a metric that people can count on. It's a thing, and I don't know why. Why do we have to accept mediocrity, which is kind of what it is? I heard the Mel studio here in Montreal got $200,000 worth of lens stolen. Wow. Whose are they renting their Arri and Agenu lens to? How many lenses is that? 15? I mean, 200K? 200K could literally be a set of 5 lenses. I mean, you have to think about it. Like, there's some Agenu lenses out there that are 50 grand. Are there some ARRI lenses that are 30, 35,000 signature primes? Aren't they 30? I mean, there's some expensive. Look at some of the God, why do I blank on it? They make the really nice cameras. The really expensive. The
Red?
No.
Oh.
Really expensive. God, why am I blanking? But those cameras or those lenses are exceptionally like $75,000, $80,000 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean it's a thing. Now, the way I've heard this is that all of the stolen gear goes to China, India, some other smaller countries where they're pushing their film market, and they don't track that stuff. They're not friendly with North America or Europe, and they want their quality to go up. Why can't I think of a stupid company? Oh, come on. Ollie, say it so I can, whatchamacallit? They make the .8s. They make the, God, it sucks getting old. Don't get old, folks. Just don't do it.
This is a camera company you're trying to think of?
Lens company.
Oh, lens
well, they
company.
make cameras too. They make the Leica. There we go.
Leica.
Yeah. Lights. There we go. No one said it yet, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yay! I got it on my own. Everybody always is. They're always like, stop! Just. I wrote it right here, and I'm like, I won't look. Yeah, lights. Yeah, some of the Leica, the Summicrons. Yeah, now I got all the names. Those things are really pricey. Let's look those up.
Huh.
Let's go to Do Close Lenses. We'll look it up together. And if I'm boring, I mean, it's no big deal. We can do whatever. Where are they? They're lights.
Lights. Canon
Oh
lenses.
yeah, lights lenses. Ah yes, the Summicrons, the Thalias. Let's see what we got here. Summilux. Those are 43 to 36,000 a piece. The Summicrons, they're budget minded. They're between 14 and 20. Let's see what the Thalias are. The Thalias are very reasonable at 20,000 to 28,000. And then we have even the 0.8s.
I know it comes down to the grinding of glass, but I still like asking the joke. Isn't it just mostly air?
You know, air can affect it. And the 0.8s are 6,500 all the way up to 15,000. Let's see what the RE signatures are at. We got,
That's what you say they lost, right? They lose the, or just.
well, Agenu. Let's see. There's some really expensive Agenus. Yep, there's a Agenu 24 to 290. It's only 99,000.
Well, there you go.
57,000 for the 37 to 102.
You lose two of those, and
Yep. Let's see. Optimo. What have we got in there? Optimos are 34,000. And these are American dollars. They're a lot more in Canada. I mean, if you want a full set of Optimo Primes, it's $308,000.
now, so kind of going back to the business discussion, part of the running a business like this is you got to have, insurance, right? You know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so that adds to your cost as well.
Oh, it does. A lot. It's not just insurance. It's not just gear insurance. It's not just equipment insurance. Not just equipment. It's not just people or injuries and that kind of stuff. It's, did I destroy the building that I was in? How much, if you're going to go film in a building, you have to cover the building.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
what happens if your light catches fire and lights the building on fire? You have to have enough. Like the national parks require $10 million of liability insurance
Wow.
in case you set something on fire.
Yeah. You park a van over some tall grass.
Right. What are those? Never heard of those. Wow, those are cheap. Elysium Lights City Supercron CT 2.0 11 set, 175,000. That's a deal. Let's see what they have a full set
From
here.
B&H.
Yeah, the lights. Ooh, those are so nice. Lights Prime set. What? Starting at what? Oh, 42,000 for the Lights Primes. Ooh, look at all those. Let's see, Thalias. There's the Hugos. Oh, they don't have prices yet. Oh, we got the Lights Zooms. 56,000. Small.
If you
Lights
have to
Primes.
ask, you can't afford it.
That's, well, pretty much. If you just rent it, that's it.
Yeah.
What just happened? This thing just opened up. Wow. All right, well, that's that. Let's see
Yeah, I got
this.
like the Tower of Sauron on my.
Let's do a build a set. Here we go. Build a set. Oh, I don't want to do a form.
We'll
Let's
have-
say there's
we'll have one
1,
of our
2, 3,
representatives
4,
contact
5,
you.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 lenses that range from 36 to 43. So, yeah, that can get expensive real fast. So here's a question on my 10,000 subs video. Does having that many subs help you fund your channel? I only have 1,000, but have a good idea to grow my travel channel as a filmmaker. I love this, so creative. Well, Pake. It's got a long A and a long E. Pake, maybe. The answer is it helps, but I mean, right now I make on average about $140 a month on my YouTubes. That's it. They ain't no more. The other people make a lot more, but they get a lot more views than I do. I don't cater to the same things as others do. But like hard to see.
you
But,
go.
there's my current YouTubes right now for this month.
Yeah. It's a lot of work. So
It is a
I
lot of
see.
work.
You know, you don't get to see all the stuff he does just to set up the stream. And he talked about the work that he does. It is a monumental effort for $120.
Yeah. I clearly don't do it for the money.
You have to love it out of your heart. It's
Yep.
one of those things you have to love out of your heart.
Absolutely. There's the last 365 days, $1,831.
Yeah.
So for a year, I got $1,800. It doesn't cover hardly anything that I've purchased.
Right.
I literally do this because I love it. I love sharing. I love engaging. I love talking, and I love learning because I learn a ton from you guys as well. Ollie's like, as you knew, are we delayed? Is Ollie delayed?
No, he typed that a while back.
Oh, did it not update? It does that. I haven't dropped that. I mean, I only dropped 0.9%.
Not too bad.
Not that bad. And look at the current subscribers, man.
And 4.
10,004. That's why I put those extra M&Ms in there. Yeah. Woo! We're up to 60 views. 60 views. Yeah.
In
So-
other camera news, did you see they mounted an IMAX on top of the Starbase Tower to see for the spaceship launch?
Is it an IMAX film camera?
I don't know, but it has the IMAX logo on the
Oh.
case around it.
Okay, well, it's probably interesting.
Yeah, it's mounted. Someone just got it like from the road, and they got it, just zoomed in real. It's the closest shot that they can get. But so, because we saw Red was one of the cameras used for the last Starship launch.
Oh, there's so many reds there. I mean, there's so many reds at NASA. The space station is covered in reds. Starbase IMAX.
It was like I follow a couple of Boca Chica and SpaceX channels and vlogs and whatnot, and somebody had posted. It was a still image, and they zoomed in already. They've got a bunch of cameras mounted to the top of that tower,
Well, and
and IMAX is one of them.
it's interesting because to be an IMAX camera, just certain things have to happen, and it's surprising how many can be an IMAX camera, and it's surprising like theaters, IMAX theaters. It's surprising that some IMAX theaters are only 2K.
Mm.
Oh, that's cool. He recently saw James Cameron deep sea documentary, and he was using what looked like an Epic to shoot the Marianas Trench.
That was 10 years ago.
It was a long, and he probably was using an Epic because it was probably the highest resolution camera he could get his hands on. I mean, that's the beauty of Red is that they've been pushing so far forward for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. All right, questions are slowing down. Viewers are slowing down. The
I'm asking all the questions I wanted to ask. Like I'm like, oh, you know, what'd be a great question to ask? Like, my hands are wet from washing dishes. So.
I'm not going to ask you a question. I can't type on an iPhone. So if anybody has any last minute questions, then we'll do a little lightning round. If not, then we'll just jump off. I will be doing probably a 10K thank you video, just a short one, and then reviews are coming. It's so hard in here right now, and now that I've got everything out of the way, I can get stuff done. So
it's not a very big space, so just to let you know, he pushes all this stuff to the side and wheels out his kitchenette set,
which is right
and,
here,
and does the smash
that's the
stuff.
kitchen. It is a very small studio. Wow, Ollie.
Why
would your camera take such an unreliable camera to the deepest part of the world, though? Sarcasm. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Why is it unreliable?
It's not. He's joking.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. It's one of the. So back when the Red One first came out, it was. I wouldn't say it was riddled with bugs. It had some bugs.
Yeah.
And they were like head scratchers because you're pushing this camera to do things that no one's done. It's 4.5K, and it's shooting, and it's 2007.
Yeah.
And if Fincher's out there going, I need it to work. It's shooting on compact flash cards like the original. Takes 2 minutes to boot. All kinds of little things. So because of that, the Red One, which was literally 15 years ago, people regurgitate the same statements from back then. When the Red Epic came out, all those problems were like gone. There were no issues with the Red Epic. The only issues with the Red Epic were the orbs of because of the OLPF, and then they fixed that finally. They figured out what it was, and they got the OLPF to fix it, and that was eventually. I mean, now Reds don't have problems. I mean,
yeah.
It's so weird. People are like, oh, but the Komodo, you blow out your SDI port. Do you realize how many tens of thousands of Komodos are out there? And you hear 12 people talk about their SDI. Or let's say 100 people. Oh my God, 100 people with SDIs. And I'm one of them. I blew out my SDI port. It's not that big of a deal. It does happen to all camera brands with 12G SDI. But it doesn't happen as often as you think.
Yeah.
As the great pianist said, that's just the way it is. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. Some things will never change.
You're missing a soundboard like Smoking Scan. Smoking Scan's got that. He's got that loaded up soundboard.
I have looked for soundboards. I don't know. The only one I could ever find was the ones from radio stations. And they're literally like Akai samplers or something. And I feel like somebody should just make a simple soundboard.
You just bake it into a Stream Deck, couldn't you? You just trigger.
You can, yes.
Yeah, I mean.
That's not as fun.
Okay. Well.
I used the Stream Deck long time ago. Allie, you remember Dancing Santa?
Oh, yeah.
That was all triggered from Stream Deck. Lisa says, had my OG Komodo since April 2021. It's been great on the fence selling it and upgrading to the KX. Twist my arm, Scott. I'm not going to twist your arm. I'm going to scratch my arm, but I'm not going to twist your arm, Elysium, because here's what I would tell you. My gut says keep Komodo and then buy X when you can. Because Komodo is an extremely competent B-cam to the exceptionally capable X. And X is right over there. There's a preview coming up. I can grab the X. I'm actually not using X today.
He's walking over here. Walking this way.
Walk this way.
Now he's coming back.
Talk this way. Walk this way.
such a tiny camera.
It is a tiny camera. So this is the,
Use your zoom shot.
I'll use my zoom shot. The Condor Blue Cage review coming out very shortly. Tools on the bottom, which you can't see, but it's right there. That is an Allen key built right onto the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah, when you need your tools.
Is it
they have 'em right
magnetic
there.
or is it?
It is magnetic.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then there's another one right here. Look at that. There's Allen wrenches everywhere. So all the tools you ever need, right on the base plate. It's a very nice cage. Looks really good. It's very sturdy. I do like this handle the most. Is rubber. So it's a really nice grip, and you can put your fingers in front of it. It's got a little trigger button right there.
Oh, nice.
So you can trigger, start, stop. Really nice. So that is coming out very soon. Komodo X is a killer camera. It truly, truly is. I'm very, very pleased with it. V-RAPTOR review is coming out very, very soon because I have to return that. And then, yeah, lots of cool stuff. All right, anybody got anything at all? I'm not going to twist your arm, Elysium. You buy what's right for you, but I would strongly urge you to keep Komodo as a B cam because what a combo it is. And you might feel like putting Komodo to its intended purpose more often now. If it's your only camera, you're not going to put it in harm's way too often.
Oh.
It's a crash cam. And I know I say that, and I probably still won't because of my little blue over there. But I have actually considered buying another OG just so I can really put it in danger. Scott and friends, have a wonderful weekend. Cheers. Thank you, Elysium.
Thank you for joining.
Yep, I think it's a perfect opportunity to close out. But
Hey, let me say congratulations.
well, thank you very
In
much.
person.
I appreciate
You've
it.
put in a lot of hard work, and I've watched you throughout the years, so it's well earned and well deserved.
Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you all for helping me get to 10,000. If you really want to like celebrate 10,000, let's get the puppet rap some views. I don't know how. I think it's not really worthy of it, but yeah. We can trade OG Komodo for your ex. No. Thanks for the live. Thank you, King. But yeah, thank you so much for the 10,000 and just for hanging out every Friday and just putting up with my celerity. My silly hilarity is the way
okay. I was going to look that up real quick.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know what
celerity.
you're talking about.
I've been in a lyrical kind of rap thing, but some of those consonants were really hard. I had to literally write. I put the words in the description, but the words as they're actually written, I put them all together so that I could get out the consonants. So I'm gonna get. So I'm gonna get that kind of things. From pre-pro to production, or from pre-pro. So from pre-pro to production to the final cut, but that was all from pre-pro to production to the final cut. It was a long word that I had created so I could say it all and get it all out because it's really hard. And then yeah, so thank you everyone, and remember to support the channel. If you haven't already and you want to become a channel member, 10,000 is a great time to do it. Become a channel member, and let's get that $120 up to $122. Let's do it. Everyone have a great, wonderful weekend, and as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life.
Let your life center around your passions?
Ding.
I've heard it many a times.
A few times. Goodbye, everyone.
See ya.